his mouth. He's half Irish, he's half French. Is this actually on? Is it going to go? He's half Irish, he's half. His middle name is Pierre, just to show you where his loyalties may lie. He runs around the hub blowing his whistle and that sort of thing. This is Sam Warburton. He is a rugby union footballer. He picked up a small Frenchman over the weekend. Did anyone see it? It was on the news. It was part of the Rugby World Cup competition. Anyway, he saw red. Literally, unfortunately, when Admiral gave him a red card. He didn't see red figuratively because Sam is a mild-mannered colossus of a man. Terrible state of affairs. But I believe, basically, that to get somewhere great, you have to go through somewhere terrible. This evening, for example, to come here, I had to go through Newport. In 1998, Johnny Wilkinson was only a teenager. He played in a tour for England in Australia. They lost to Australia 76 points to 0. They then lost over the next couple of years 3 games that would have been Grand Slams, so they won. In 2003, they used this, they built on this, on their pain and their horror, their motivation, and they won the Rugby World Cup competition. Did anyone see it? Again, it was on the news a couple of times. A lot of Welsh people don't like English people, but there you go. My favourite sporting event of the weekend was boxing. I don't like boxing. The greatest sporting comeback of all time. I'm using Merthyr Tydfil to represent this from starting somewhere really horrible. There was a keen boxer in 1983, his name was Dewey Bazella. Remember that name, it's an amazing story. It's destined to be a film with Morgan Freeman. He was convicted in 1983 of murdering a 92-year-old woman and given 20 years to life. He was completely innocent, nothing to do with it. 6 years later they put him in jail. 4 times over the next 26 years they gave him the chance to admit that he was guilty and show remorse, and they would let him out, but he didn't because he wasn't guilty. He had one ambition, and it was to fight a professional boxing game. Eventually, in 2009, after 26 years in jail, his conviction was overturned, and when he came out, Bernard Hopkins, the boxer, found out about him, helped him pass his California Boxing Commission test, and aged 52, he won his first and only professional boxing fight. So take that, Liverpool and Istanbul, that's crap. This is a proper comeback. This is Lance Armstrong, again, went through absolute misery before he became champion. In '96 he had testicular cancer, lung cancer, brain cancer, was basically given little hope of living. He was fired on his deathbed, pretty much. His cycling team said, you're not going to do anything, you're not going to amount to much. He came back and won Tour de France 7 times, which is pretty good. The next picture, again, we go back to Sam Warburton, the rugby union footballer. He raised £600 for his rugby shirt. He only wore it for 18 minutes. Anyway, he's no doubt going to come back from this terrible place and become one of the... I'm representing this with Paul Talbot. The Admiral enforced misery that he's put Sam Warburton in, and all of us, we're going to come back stronger and with amazing belief. This is the Welsh team. The average age is only like 24, 25. Does anyone else think we're going to win the next World Cup?
Yes.
The good news is there's only 1,416 days to go. It's also worth bearing in mind that once we've won that in 2015, it's only 2,878 days until the Japan World Cup. And to be honest, if we win the first one in 4 years' time, we've got to be favourites for the next one. They'll just be coming into their prime. But most importantly, this is me. I'm still available. I've only just turned 32. I was very good. Mr. K said so, he was my French teacher. It was in 1992, but the point still stands. But brilliant news, by 2015, Alain Rollin will just be a mortgage broker in Dublin. If you are buying a house in Dublin, why not pop by and say bonjour. Thank you very much.